Testing 1 2. Testing 1 2.
Can you hear it ring?
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes,
Hey, is this Mr. Clinton himself?
this is he.
Hey, how's it going, man?
You got it. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. Oh man, it's such a pleasure to talk to you, man. I've grown up on your music. You know, the first song I ever learned to dance to was Flashlight. So,
Oh, cool.
but yeah, you know, I do a little I do a little funk show up here at the radio station. It's a little online thing just to let you know.
Uh-huh.
And so yeah, I was just gonna ask you a couple things, just you know, just for myself, I guess, because you know I'm a huge fan, man. I mean, I like I said, I play your music on my show all the time, man.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, yeah. So I wanted to ask you, how'd you first get started in radio? Were you a DJ at some point? And
No, I've never been in radio.
oh, really? Cause I got the George Clinton Family Series. I got those CDs, and I saw some of the radio commercials that were on there about a free Bootsy CD and things like that.
Oh, yeah, we made a lot of commercials for our product.
Oh,
See,
okay.
when at the record company, we designed all the commercials, and we played like we were on the radio, and like the mothership and all of that.
Oh,
That
okay.
was like we imitated DJs from the 50s and 60s.
Oh, I see.
And that was like the beginning of DJing as a way of making records as a DJ.
Yeah. Okay.
WEFUNK.
Yeah. That's right. That's right. Hey, so you know, just recently, as of yesterday, you know, the great BB King, he passed away.
Yeah, I just heard a few minutes ago.
Yeah, I know it's real sad. I mean, I'm not. That's not cool, you know. He's he was. What did he mean to you? Like with
Well,
the.
you know, when I say I got like funk for my mother, he would have been the one that my mother, besides Louis Jordan, it would have been him and BB King and Louis Jordan. And I can remember going to Korea, baby, Sweet 16 and all of that stuff.
Oh wow.
That's, wow.
Yeah.
And then, it meant a lot. I remember seeing him when he turned 50.
Oh.
And
Yeah.
then and telling myself, wow, as good as he looked and strong as he was going,
Yeah.
I really could slow down and not have to worry about being in such a hurry and
Yeah.
being too old to make it.
Yeah, he's the man. I mean, my guitar teacher when I was first learning, he's primarily a blues player. So BB King was one of his like most favorite. I think one time he said BB took him on stage and he played a little guitar with him up there, and I was like, hey, that's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So BB, yeah, I mean, you know, rest in peace.
Yes.
He did a lot of good for the music and everything.
For
So
real.
yeah, so I wanted to ask you, so you know Pharrell and Daft Punk and Nile Rodgers, they got together and did everything recently. Have you heard all that?
Well, I know the record they put together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was
That
just.
was,
Oh, go ahead.
I'm hoping to repeat that. I got a record that I just did. Brothers Do You Like George? That funky kind of hard on you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
And I collaborated with Kendrick Lamar on it,
Oh yeah.
and Louis Vega.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna
But
ask you about working with Kendrick too. I mean, how was that? You know, he's helping. You know, you're putting a little of your flavor into his sound. You know, and still staying current with it. You know, how's that? You know, how is that?
it beautiful. I mean, he is definitely that fresh funk, fresh delic
Right.
that was needed in hip hop. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? It was that fresh shot in the arm for hip hop.
Oh yeah.
You know, it's gonna give them some topics. You know, they can see that they can stretch out with their topics, and and keep the same energy they had when they was talking about sucker MC
Yeah.
or beat the bitch. you know, you can do. You can use this new topic of, of socially beat the system, beat to something else.
Yeah.
That's and all of that was needed,
Hmm.
needed, for this.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's definitely a new creative talent that's on the forefront of today, because, I mean, you had people like Outkast who were, real out there and, just off the wall, but, they were doing their thing. And, we were missing something like that for a while. And then until he came along, he's kind of mixing it up and everything, One of the real good ones nowadays.
For real.
Yeah.
Yep. So like he just did one with myself that'll be coming out, in the next couple of weeks.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I'm going to have to check that out. I know, I think it was a song called Wesley's Theory. Is that the one?
That's on his album. Yes.
Right, right. His Pimp a Butterfly that came out.
Yes.
Hey, so I wanted to ask you about I heard that they put the mothership up in the Smithsonian.
Yep.
That's
Yep. It's gonna be in the lobby of the African American wing of the Smithsonian.
that is awesome. How did that make you feel? Like just seeing that and.
It made me feel good because it solidified what I was trying to show. As you know, funk is the DNA for a lot of music.
Hmm.
Not only our brand of P-funk, but hip hop, electronic music,
Right, right.
anything that makes you shake your booty. There's gonna be some funk in there.
That's
So,
right.
and that music was so, responsible for a lot of the foundation for a lot of the music,
Yeah.
styles of music. The
Yeah.
mothers represent that, and I was fighting hard to make sure that the copyright side of that stuff became clear
Hmm.
to everybody because I didn't want it to, be murky as to where it came from
Right.
for the writers because it's being changed at the copyright office
Hmm.
all the time and reduced to the point that they
Hmm.
call it the Bridgeport writers
Oh,
as
okay.
opposed to these people's names.
Hmm. Yeah. See, I mean, I think that's super cool. They're making the Smithsonian a little less boring. you know, putting the
Uh,
putting the mothership in there. I wanted to ask you though, what was your favorite planet you went to in the mothership?
the Dog Star,
Oh,
the,
okay.
the planet Sirius.
Nice, nice. Well, let's see. Okay, so I love to. What I've been doing lately, I've just been trying to get all the Funkadelic CDs, all the Parliament, everything, for good material for my show, so I can get some real good jams on there. And I've came across some of your songs, man, that just, I mean, they blow my mind away. When I hear them, I mean, I just turn that shit up all the way, and just, I mean, it takes me to another place. One of the songs, Tales of Kid Funkadelic, off of the album titled Tales of Kid Funkadelic. That when I hear that song, it's almost like life changing. I get chills when I hear it, and I just wanted to, ask you, did you think that at the time of making, songs like that, just real long jams, like, did you think that people, it would impact people so much, like even after all these years, and because,
Yeah, but that's why we did it because they were made for albums as opposed to 45s.
hmm,
You know, and albums usually last longer. You stretch out musicianship, artsy, fartsy
mm-hmm,
vocals, and storytelling. it usually lasts a longer period of time. Takes people longer to get into it,
Mm-hmm.
but that's the nature of like jazz, good rock and roll.
Oh yeah.
You know, you can Grateful Dead. They last forever.
Right. Right.
But you cater to a small amount of people at first, and it just grows and grows, and people can stay with that over their lifespan, and younger people can get into it for
Yeah.
nostalgia's sake after a while, and then wow, it's been long enough for it to be art again.
Yeah. Right. Right.
Especially since we're out on the road all the time, we bring attention to it like it's a hit record.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Every time somebody else sample it, and then they find out, oh damn, that's the band that made it.
Yeah.
We get a new set of fans every year from the college.
That's true, man. I'm trying to help you spread the word out there, you know. So,
So
oh, go ahead.
I said, thanks.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause,
Hey, so I know that you produced the Red Hot Chili Peppers on their album Freaky Styley, and
right?
and um I think Maceo was on there as well. Is that right?
Yep. Yep. Mason,
Right.
Fred, Fred Wesley.
That's awesome. I just how was it working with Hillel Slovak and Flea and Anthony Kiedis and all of them?
Oh, they just like every time we work with somebody young and kids, it always refresh your outlook on what's going on. And
Yeah.
they were really young at that time, and it was funny because they reminded me of us.
Yeah.
You know, and they lived up to it. They was wild as hell.
Yeah.
And we just traded ideas. They pretty much knew what they wanted to do,
Yeah.
and they had their mind. They knew they wanted to do a Sly Stone song.
Right. Yeah. That.
I said, "Well, if you got that kind of ambition, then fuck it, that's gonna be my focal point." Because Anthony, like myself, he was no singer,
Mm-hmm.
but if you dedicated, you can learn how to make the song yours.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, I also saw this really cool video of y'all when y'all are in the studio performing American Ghost Dance. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we could clown it.
Yeah, that one's great, man. I love that shit.
Yeah.
I gotta ask you, man. You've worked with countless amounts of people throughout the years. Who would you say is maybe your favorite person that you worked with? Like, who sticks out in your mind? Like, when y'all collaborated, that y'all just made just magic out of it.
Damn. Shit.
I mean, I know there's a lot of people.
But I'm gonna have to say, it's gonna have to be, like Bernie Worrell, Bootsy.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That crew there. It was always easy to just go into
yeah,
outer space,
yeah, and just flow with it, right?
Gary, Eddie Hazel, all that crew, from the three, they're all different. Didn't even know,
Yeah,
different styles and everything, but together it went places. Now outside of that, I worked in weird ways, with Prince. Like I would do something, he sent it to me, and I send it back to him. Do something, I send it to him. We work like that. Slide the same way.
Oh yeah.
You mentally fax some idea to each other.
Yeah. Yeah, I get you. You kind of have those certain people who just every time y'all get together, because I play a little music myself, and when me and a certain group of friends of mine get together, we just get to jamming, and it just flows.
Yeah, it just turns into something all the time.
Right. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Hey, so let's see. I've read some of your book. Brothers Be Like Yo George. Ain't that kind of funkin' hard on you? And I read in there you talk about MC5. You know, the old rock band from
Yeah,
Detroit.
yeah, yep.
Yeah. What?
I grew up with Kramer now.
Oh yeah, nice, nice. Yeah, cause I started getting into them a little while ago, a little before that, with Kick Out the Jams and all that shit. And
Yeah, that's what I knew him.
yeah, I wanted to ask, have you how do you say, have you thought about working with them before? Were you ever like when you saw them, you were like you kind of uh
Yeah,
revered what they were doing?
we worked off and on different sets for different times. At the studio, because we had the same agency and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So one member or another worked on something that I worked on here or there.
Oh,
But
okay.
as the two groups, we worked on lots of shows together.
Yeah, and that's what I was gonna ask because they're kind of one of the early punk bands
Yeah,
essentially.
they were. And them, Iggy Pop, they was all like one big. They were like Parliament Funkadelic.
Yeah, yeah, man. And so I wanted to ask you, do you think there's a correlation kind of between punk and funk music, and what might that be?
The same energy of being taking it from slick rock and roll and slick R&B to basic, rock and roll and basic R&B.
Mm-hmm.
The kids always do that. They always take it back, same way hip hop took it back to spit the beat. By the time we finished with P-Funk, they
Mm-hmm.
took the same thing and went back into spitting the beat and sampling records
Yeah.
and just made a different version of it. Kids always do that. Punk and funk was the answer to Motown having peaked that sophistication of that era of that music.
Mm-hmm.
It was our attempt to take it back to the very roots of it,
Right, right.
And you bump into groups like Grateful Dead who never left,
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
who was still there from the beginning of rock and roll, you know.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
mean, they've been there.
yeah, so that's punk and funk has that relationship of like I said, making it elementary again for
Mm-hmm.
kids, so younger kids have their version of it.
Right,
They don't want their old brothers and sisters' music.
right.
They want their version.
That's
And their
good.
music will be a little bit better than the ones before them.
Oh yeah.
Trying to prove their delinquency,
Yeah, that rebelliousness and kind
their
of.
rebelliousness. Yeah,
Yeah.
you have to stake your mark on how bad you are.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Cause I mean, I'm a big fan of punk myself. I think the energy of it just really is
Well,
captivating.
yeah, and it's always that same energy. If you've seen rock and roll in 1955,
Mm-hmm.
when it was the energy from them Bobby Sox,
Mm-hmm.
doing the jitterbug, all
Oh
tipping over
yeah.
each other's shoulders,
Right.
that's like rock and roll had some stupid energy when the Twist came out.
Oh yeah.
People getting heart attacks.
Oh yeah. That's.
It got cooler in the '60s. People started getting high. They stopped being able to dance. They got so cool they just point to steps. They didn't do them. They didn't actually move their feet.
Yeah.
Break dance come along. That was some other kind of energy.
Oh yeah.
But it was special people could do that shit.
Yeah. Definitely, definitely. Let's see. I wanted to ask you. I'm a huge fan of movies myself, and
Who?
just movies. All types of movies.
Oh,
I just like to watch them.
okay.
And I wanted to ask you, man, what are some of your favorite movies? Do you have any favorites or?
Mm, damn. Music movies, I'm telling you, it's gonna be Yellow Submarine.
Oh yeah.
Old films, I don't know if you would even know it. Stuart Granger and a movie called Scaramouche.
I don't know if I do.
Let's see what
I'll have to
else.
check that out.
Um, um,
Are you into movies? You like watching them?
Not really, not really.
Oh, okay.
Um, not to, not to that much. Star Trek.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, anything with space, I always dig personally.
Oh yeah, well, that of course that stuff,
Yeah.
2001 and all that.
Hey, I wanted to also ask you. So I caught some of your new stuff. Some of the stuff. What is Shake the Gate, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
I caught some of that new stuff, and I noticed you kind of have that electronic angle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's it. That's the time period we in.
Right. Yeah, and that's what I was gonna ask. Like, how do you manage to stay, adapting to different decades of music? Versus your sound in the '70s versus the '80s, and you had "Hey Man, Smell My Finger."
I have to play politics within my own self in the group. You can, hey, you got to do it, but you got to stay true to what you do. So it's how you do it
Right.
to make it funky. It's a reality, so let's make that reality funky.
Hey, there you go. Yeah, you gotta, I guess, stay with the times and whatnot.
Yeah, you got to stay with the times and stuff. But at the same time, the times want what you got, so you just figure out a way to give it to them.
Definitely. Hey, so I know you were in Motown, kind of. You were in Detroit for a while, and I wanted to ask because this is one of my personal favorite artists. Marvin Gaye. Uh, I love all his music too. He's a legend, definitely. I was gonna ask if you ever got the chance to meet him. Hang around with him, or.
Not not hang around with him. I met him a couple of times,
Oh, really?
but that's just to hang around. We were a little wild back in those days.
Oh, yeah. I could only imagine, man. Yeah. Did you ever think about, if if it was at all possible that y'all would get together on something, or?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you could help us think about that.
Yeah.
'Cause we had mutual friends that worked with both of us, like Leon Ware,
Mm-hmm.
and I always knew that style he was doing was perfect
Yeah.
album material. That's why
Yeah.
he made those that change and went into album versions of songs
Mm-hmm.
and made the whole album sound like one song.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
That that's when he stepped completely out of the old record company mode and became, you know,
Who he
that
is.
kind of artist who was going to be around forever.
Right. Yeah.
When you're around in the 50s, you notice that Johnny Mathis did that,
Mm-hmm.
Carole King did that,
Mm.
Duke Ellington, you knew the Cream,
Right.
Jimi Hendrix,
Mm-hmm.
Beatles, the ones that sold albums versus the one that just sold 45. Beatles was the exception.
Yeah.
They did both.
Right. Right. Yeah. His music. Yeah. It's just kind of like it's almost kind of flawless. When you hear it, you're just like it's almost kind of like perfection in a way. You can hear it come out.
Yep.
Yeah. So I also wanted to ask you, what do you think about your influence on music? Did you ever like when you were making the music at the time with Parliament and Funkadelic and everything? Did you foresee that so many people would pick up on it in years to come?
No, I didn't. No, I didn't see it like that. I've seen a lot of people relating to the group as their influence.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw that. But then I see how it happened because we represented some elements from some strong places. Ties with Motown,
Mm-hmm.
ties with James Brown, ties with our funkadelic history and Parliament history.
Yeah.
That is a lot to pull from, and then it funk is its own reward, like I said.
Yeah.
Like Chili Peppers has their own thing,
Mm-hmm.
and the funk fans are their fans too.
Yeah, that's true.
So you see the benefit of having a funk Mars.
Yeah.
You know, it works for me to be with him, but it works for him to be with me.
Yeah. That's true. He's definitely, I'm sure he is definitely happy working with you, man.
Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, so let's see. Um, so what I'm also a musician, and I wanted to ask you how important do you think improvisation is when it comes to being in music? I mean,
Oh, I mean, damn, you. That's the part that we have to change in our approach to the new medium of making music with soundtrack. You know,
mhm,
room to improvise.
mhm,
You know, so having a band and playing with tapes at the same time works plus for us because we can actually keep on playing
right,
and improvise something that was structured for the for the environment
mhm,
sound of the day.
right.
But still, when you go into that improvisation, that's a whole new thing, and I think that's so important. That's where new shit come from.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. See, because yeah, when I usually just like to play music off the top of my head because like you said, you get to playing and you hear some and that just came out by accident and you just roll with it.
Yeah, this new you get new shit, but we do that shit over top of say backtrack.
Right.
We'll play over top of it and we'll improvise all over that.
Yeah. See, I think it's totally it's almost one of the main components of making music to me. I feel like.
Yeah.
But hey, so I know you were because this is kind of in my era a little bit. I know you were in a Good Burger and whatnot. Though, how fun was that? Being doing that movie. Was it pretty cool?
Well, oh man, that was big fun. That was big fun. Those kids was crazy. We had a good time. I mean, the nut house exactly where we were supposed to be on that movie. It
Yeah,
was lots of fun.
yeah. That's a really good movie. Some friends of mine we talk about that sometimes. But
Oh yeah.
so sometimes people from my generation, sometimes if I'm talking to them and I'm telling them about a Parliament song or a Funkadelic song, they get them kind of mixed up, or the lines get a little bit blurred, because then there's Parliament Funkadelic as well. So how would you kind of break it down, like the difference between the two, or them being
But
together?
Parliament most likely would be the one to have horns
Mm-hmm.
and not have loud guitars.
Oh,
Funkadelic will not have horns
but
and would have loud
loud
guitars.
guitars, yeah. See, because I mean, I'm huge into rock. I mean, Hendrix is one of my
And
favorite.
Parliament most likely you want to dance to it. You mean Funkadelic, you might want to wild out
Oh, yeah.
or freak out,
Right, right.
chill out, maggot brain.
Yeah,
It's gonna be rock
yeah,
or
yeah.
unless it's One Nation, which blur the line.
Right, yeah,
They don't have horns, but it's a good dance.
yeah. That
Good
one's
dance.
that one's a real good one.
Knee deep, and one. But knee deep have the guitar, but
Yeah,
it's still a good dance.
yeah. Knee deep. That one's a classic right there. So I just want to mention this. I watched this video of you, and I think it was Funkadelic in 1969 on the show,
Cosmic Slop.
or it was on the show called Say Brother.
Oh yeah,
How was that? How?
up in Boston.
Oh, that was in Boston.
Yeah, we were tripping our ass off.
I could tell, man. I could tell.
We was out there on that one.
Man,
Yeah,
that's cool,
that
man.
one, and there's another one on Upbeat with similar things. We're running back and forth on stage with Indian headdress on.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I like that performance a lot. It was really good. And the live in Houston, I got that DVD. That one's, you know,
Yeah,
Excellent.
have you checked the one out, Cosmic Slop
Yeah,
in
I
Central Park?
I think I heard the live. I think I've heard the recording of that one.
No, but you got to see the video,
The
the one with the
video.
white paint on my face.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, I saw that, and it's got the studio version on it, right, of the
Yeah.
song.
No, no, yeah. There's a video of it when we running through Central Park and all through the park and I get white paint and robes and diapers.
Oh man, yeah,
It's called Cosmic Slop. Probably 71,
yeah, something
yeah,
around there. I think
71, 72.
because I got the Toys CD, um, and it had a thing where if you put the CD into the computer,
That's it. Yeah, that's it. That's the
that's the
one.
one. Yeah, yeah, because that one's real wild. Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah, that was a trip for sure. But
Yeah.
so I know you're big into hip hop and everything. Who's maybe your favorite rapper like that you can just always listen to and throw it in?
Um, I really rock him, Eminem.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you
Rock
ever
him.
you ever met Eminem?
I knew Eminem since he was about 14.
Oh, really?
Yeah, when he first got started.
Oh,
The Bass brothers, who with Mark Bass, he produced him,
hmm,
brought him to me, you know,
that's
back in
awesome.
the 90s.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
some of my favorite rap. I mean, I'm a huge Outkast fan, and I know you did the song Synthesizer with them.
Oh, yeah, I just I stuff with them.
I mean, I play that's my fucking jam. I love Synthesizer, man.
Oh, synthesizer, yeah.
Yeah, that one's good. And I know you did you worked with Big Boy on some of his solo stuff
Yeah,
too.
for your sorrows.
Yeah, for your sorrows. That one's also a good one.
Black Mermaid.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I also wanted to say my mom, she's a huge fan. Like, she got me into your music really. And she loves like Paint the White House Black. She loves all that stuff.
Where you from?
Oh, I'm just from Texas. I'm from Dallas area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you do you have any roots here in Texas?
Yeah, I got married to a girl from Houston.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Carolina.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. So
Yeah.
are you staying you currently stay up in Texas?
No, I say I live in Florida.
Oh, in Florida. Okay, cool, cool. Well,
Oh, yeah.
I think I got a couple more for you. So, the hair, man. I've always loved the crazy hair you got. It stands out for sure. I gotta ask.
But, I cut it off.
Yeah, yeah, you cut it all off. You know what? What made you do that?
Well, it was time to cut it off. Shit, I looked at myself, as I got clean and said, shit, I had to cut it off before somebody, one of my friends, that motherfucker that I grew up with, said, nigga, take that baby Jane shit out your head.
Yeah.
I was due for somebody to say that shit, so I said, get this motherfucker out. I done got away with this shit long enough.
Yeah. See, I feel you. I was cutting my hair for about 7 years, and I had this crazy. I called it a mad scientist because, it was just wild. And then recently, I would look at myself and I'm like, damn, this shit looks weird. So I just cut it all off. I kind of feel your pain on that one. It's
Yeah.
you got to start new. You got to hit
Yeah, and that's
refresh.
what I had to do. I had to redefine myself with the book, with the album, with the look,
Right, right.
It's just, mama say, who this new nigga?
Exactly. They forgot they couldn't recognize you. So, let's see. One thing I just wanted to know what mindset did you have that kind of made you want to take funk and just develop it into what it is today? Like what made you want to keep going? Because there was James Brown and lots of people that were
Well,
around kind of.
I like making music,
Mm-hmm.
and in order to keep making, you got to have a concept for making it.
Right.
People want to know why the fuck you making it.
Mm-hmm.
So put the concept out there of this metaphor, this legend. That's my that's my reason for making the music. Keep the legend going. That's my excuse for making music.
Yeah. Yeah.
It self-perpetuates itself. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People want to know what's the next thing, what happened. A lot of fans, my age, like, what did Sir Nose do? What did Star
Yeah.
do?
Oh, I love it.
Now they do like Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
They just become young from whatever the new age is.
Yeah, yeah. And by the way, man, I wanted to mention because I play Sir Nose Devoid on my show quite a bit because, I mean, that's one of those songs to me, man. When I hear that, it just grabs me, like, that bass line. Man,
Oh, yeah, that's just...
it's awesome, man. I love that shit. So I think, I'm just about done with the questions, I mean, I just heard,
Okay.
I caught your, what's that?
I said we get ready to pull off.
Yeah, yeah. I caught that new track of yours, Peep This, yesterday. And man, that's a jam. Like, I dig that one a lot.
Which one was that?
Peep This, isn't that the one? It's off of In the Car, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that one, man, I really dig that one. It's got that old sound to it, Love it.
Yeah,
love it.
Yeah, well, that's that soul clap,
Mm-hmm.
and that's all that stuff. From the remixes from the Shake the Gate album.
Oh, yeah.
It's getting ready to. I'm telling you, it's getting ready to blow wide open.
Yeah, man.
All of that.
I can see it, man. I'm gonna help
Okay.
it blow open. Hey, before you go though, do you think I could get a little liner from you for the radio?
What is that? What's that?
Little, you say, hey, this is George Clinton. You're listening to utaradio.com.
You what?
UTA Radio.
UTA.com.
Yeah, utaradio.com. Mm-hmm.
UTA. Yo, this is George Dr. Funkenstein Clinton saying you're listening to utaradio.com. They do the dog, y'all.
Yeah. Hey, that's what I'm talking about, man. I got my funk show tonight. It's gonna be at 7 p.m. So I'm sure you're a busy man, but if you got a little free time, tune in. utaradio.com.
Okay.
You'll hear some old jams of yours. You might have been got lost in time or something.
Okay, I'll check it out then.
Yeah, man.
She got it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to your show on the 29th in Dallas, man. So I'll probably say what's up to you or something,
Okay, let me know who you are when I see you.
All right, then, for sure, man. Well, hey, it's been good talking to you. I really appreciate the opportunity. I couldn't thank you enough, man, for real.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.